Brooklyn Heights is one of the most challenging neighborhoods in New York City to purchase an apartment. I've been tracking this neighborhood for quite a while. I'm tracking specific listings that my buyers have gone to, and I'm also tracking the overall market. I'm Kristen, I'm a New York City realtor. I work in Manhattan and Brooklyn, and I work specifically with pre-war listings. They are my passion, so if you're interested in buying or selling, give me a follow or reach out. Today I looked over all of the 1 and 2 bedroom sales in Brooklyn Heights in the last 6 months that are priced under $2.25 million. There were a total of 54 1 and 2 bedroom sales between July and December of 2025. I discounted 2 of the sales. The closing price had not been recorded, so I wasn't able to use those as data points. This data is based on the percentage points in which the apartment sold over or under the market, as opposed to the actual difference between the price it sold for and the price that it listed for. It only makes a slight difference. You should be able to get a gist of what the market actually looks like based on the numbers that I'm describing today. Of these 52 sales that occurred in Brooklyn Heights, 29 of them were 1 bedrooms and 23 of them were 2 bedrooms. For the 1 bedrooms, 7 of them sold for the asking price, 11 of them sold over the asking price, and 11 of them sold just under the asking price. On average, 1 bedrooms in Brooklyn Heights sell for about 2% over the ask. Of the 2 bedroom sales in Brooklyn Heights, 5 of them sold for the asking price, 9 of them sold over the asking price, and 8 of them sold for below the asking price. Overall, 2 bedrooms in Brooklyn Heights typically sell for an average of 6% over the asking price. This data really highlights how competitive this market truly is, but I wanted to show you a few examples of the most recent sales in the neighborhood. This is 166 Hicks Street. I actually did end up seeing this listing in person with one of my buyers. It's found in this really charming townhouse. It sold mid-December, about a month ago, 12% over the asking price. Something to note is that it is old, it has charm and character, but things like the kitchen as well as the bathroom were beautifully renovated, and it also had washer, dryer, and unit. People tend to like homes with character but have been updated in the right places. Those usually yield the most competitive prices. This is 40 Remsen Street, and right away you're going to take in how beautiful it is. Take a look at this fireplace, the building that it's found in. However, the kitchen is updated, renovated. It still has these lovely details like the original shutters. 40 Remsen Street ended up selling for 8% over the asking price. This is 76 Remsen Street, a 2 bedroom that also sold mid-December, 9% over the asking. Peek of the floor plan and a peek of the kitchen and the bathroom. This is quite the example. This is 149 Willow Street. It sold right before Christmas for a whopping 40% over the asking price. Earlier in the year, I was involved in a bidding war for a very similar 1 bedroom in the exact same building, and there was a similar result. The apartment was listed for $750,000 and it went just over $1 million.